When was the last time you truly enjoyed the things that God has given you? When was the last time you took a pause to appreciate the wonderful blessings that are already in your possession? I'm asking you these questions right now because, let's be real, it is very hard to be appreciative, grateful, and content. What's easy to do though is to envy, to be jealous of the people around us. So I am hoping, with all sincerity, that you have been spending most of your time thanking God for the life that you now have. As humans, you see, we have the tendency to desire the things that we don't yet have. We're not really good at focusing on and appreciating the things that are already in our possession, which is why every time we see people enjoying the things that are currently beyond our reach, we feel jealous. And sadly, jealousy brings nothing to our lives but destruction. As Proverbs 14:30 says, "A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones." Well, how exactly does envy destroy us? It does so by making us believe that we don't have enough and that the lives of other people are more fulfilling than ours. It also destroys us by keeping us from seeing and enjoying the blessings that God has already poured onto our life. You see, envy is like a disease that makes us forget how blessed we are and then forces us to only look at what other people have. And if we're not careful to immediately recognize and repent of our jealousy, we'll be forever trapped in its torturous grip, which is why we need to overcome envy. And the first way in which we can overcome it is by fixing our minds on what truly matters, which is our eternity with God. In Matthew chapter 16, verse 26, Jesus asked, "And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world but lose your own soul? Is anything worth more than your soul?" He raised this question to show us the vanity of this world, the futility of everything that happens in it. Because really, what good is it for us to have all the treasures and the pleasures that the world can offer if we're just going to suffer forever after we leave this earth? Isn't it that we'd rather have little in our present life, but have eternal joy after we die? So instead of centering our life on the pursuit of worldly pleasures and material wealth, we should dedicate it to the pursuit of God and His kingdom. Let's make it a point to do all things for God's glory. Because the truth is, the only thing that will ever count is our faith in Him. And at the end of our life here on earth, we'll be leaving everything behind. Literally everything. So if we truly wrap our heads around this truth, it will be much easier for us to let go of our envy. Because in the grand scheme of things, all of our worldly aspirations, achievements, and even desires are futile. So much so that Solomon declared that all of our works and efforts are just a meaningless chasing of the wind. Another way to overcome envy is to stop comparing our life with the lives of other people. Now, there are two reasons why we should stop comparing our lives with others. Number one, there will always be people whose lives will seem more appealing or fulfilling than ours. So you can be certain that whenever you compare your life with the lives of those around you, you will always feel jealous. And unless you become content with what you have, there won't come a time when your life will seem the best life in your eyes. Another reason why we should stop comparing our life with the lives of other people is that the life that we now have was actually designed and given to us by God. Which means right now you're living the kind of life that is actually suitable for the current state of your faith. You see, God completely knows and understands your personality, weaknesses, strengths, and aspirations. He knows what can strengthen your faith and what can weaken it. In other words, He knows what's best for you. So maybe your life is not filled with so much wealth right now because God knows that you can't manage money properly yet, and that worldly wealth will just cause you to stray away from Him. Or maybe you're going through a trial right now because God has actually planned to strengthen your faith through it. So instead of comparing your life with the lives of other people, praise and thank God, because in His love and kindness, He has put you exactly where you need to be. Finally, if you want to overcome your tendency to envy, then you should start focusing on the blessings you currently have. It's hard to do, I know. But if you start focusing on what you have, you'll actually be surprised at how many wonderful things you have, like good health, shelter, food, clothes, and even relationships. You will also realize that there's actually a lot of things you can do to be happy. As Catherine Pulsifer said, when you practice counting your blessings, you will be amazed how many there are. As you are riding on the bus, or walking through the zoo, or shopping for groceries, there are countless blessings that are in full view for you to recognize and acknowledge. Again, envy is the kind of path that you don't want to take. It's destructive and depressing, and it also robs you of the joy that God has already given you. So let go of it, turn your back on it, and then fix your eyes on the promises of God, which are sweeter than honey.